Okay, hello everyone, guys. Hello everyone. Good morning. How are you all? Good morning, everyone. My name is Afreen Azmat, and I welcome you all to today's session. Hi, good morning. Good morning, all of you. Just please comment once about the audio and video of the class. Is everything is working fine, working good? Hi, guys. Good morning. Everything is clear, working fine, no issues. So, today we are going to discuss about letter of credit. Okay, so this is letter of credit, the unit 20, unit 32 of PPB module B. Let's start discussing this topic. First of all, what is a letter of credit? A very general consideration about the letter of credit. A letter of credit can be compared to a guarantee. What is letter of credit? Letter of credit is actually considered as a guarantee given by bank on behalf of its customer, right? That the bank would make payment to the beneficiary when the beneficiary present the document as in the letter of credit. Okay, so letter of credit is actually like a guarantee. Okay, this is like a guarantee which is given by the bank on the behalf of the customer, that if everything is as per the documentation that is present in the letter of credit, if everything as per the requirement that is present in the letter of credit, the bank will be responsible for making payment to the beneficiary in the letter of credit. Now, what is the difference between this guarantee which is given on the letter of credit and bank guarantees? Basically, letter of credit is regarding the export or import, right? When there is an export and import, when there is a buying and selling, okay, between two different countries, where the buyer and sellers, they oftenly don't much engage themselves into the transaction, okay. So to ensure the payment, to ensure the better trade between the export and import, letter of credit is issued as a guarantee given by the customer that everything, if everything is as per the satisfaction and as per the documentation which is provided in the letter of credit, the beneficiary will get the payment. Now, it is actually a non-negotiable instrument, means you cannot forward this letter of credit, you cannot endorse this letter of credit to anyone else. Okay, now, what is actually the letter of credit? How this letter of credit things work? If we talk about the letter of credit, how the letter of credit works, okay. First of all, it's a very simple criteria about the letter of credit. Now, how the letter of credit works? First of all, imagine you are a company, right? You are a US company and your name is ABC Electronics Limited, and you want to buy 1,000 smartphones from China. Okay. So you are actually what? You are ABC Limited. Okay. You are what? You are buyer. Okay, I'm just telling you the example. ABC Limited, you are a buyer and you are a US based company, right? And you want to import, okay, some 1,000 smartphones from the exporter. Okay. Now, exporter, for example, let's say it is XYZ Limited, and this exporter is in China, right? So this is the seller, okay, and you are the buyer. So ABC Limited is a importer buyer, and importer want to import some 1,000 smartphones from a manufacturing unit, that is XYZ Electronics Limited, and that is from China. Now, this ABC Limited and XYZ Electronics agrees on some terms and condition of the sale. And XYZ ensures that you will be paying, that ABC Limited will be paying the smartphones for the smartphone before the shipping, right? So actually, because XYZ Limited and ABC Electronics, these don't often engage themselves in the transaction. One is US based and second one is China based, right? So now they agreed some terms and condition of sales, and the exporter, that is the XYZ Limited, they want to ensure that the payment should be made before the shipping the transaction. And to give XYZ confidence, okay, ABC Limited goes to bank. For example, you can say ABC Limited, this is the US bank, okay, or you can say your bank. This is actually the your bank. bank in the importer's country is your bank, and this is the China bank, right? Here it is the exporter bank, which is the China bank. Now, to give XYZ Limited the confidence that you will be get paid, okay, don't worry. So actually this ABC Limited goes to your bank, which is actually what? Which is actually the bank in the importer's country, and ask them to issue a letter of credit. Okay, and you will need to provide this ABC Limited needs to provide all the details about the transaction, like what should be the terms and condition of the sale, what should be the amount of the sale, everything, right? Now, if your bank is satisfied, okay, then your bank issue the letter of credit and send it to Bank of China. So this your bank, this issues the LOC, letter of credit, and this letter of credit is sent to China bank. This is letter of credit is sent to China bank, and this says that if XYZ Electronics meet all the conditions that are given in the letter of credit, then your bank will guaranteed payment to this China bank. So this your bank issues letter of credit on behalf of this ABC Limited, ensuring the China bank that if XYZ Limited executed the transaction as per the satisfaction, as per the details which are outlined in the letter of credit, then XYZ on the behalf of ABC Limited, your bank will be paying to China Bank a particular payment, right? Now, XYZ ship the smartphones and provide the necessary document like shipping receipts and invoices to China Bank as a proof of shipment. Now, they ships the phone. They ships the phone, right? Now, after shipping the phone, this XYZ provide the necessary document to China Bank as a proof that they have shipped the phone, right? Now, China Bank reviews every document to ensure that everything matches as per the letter of credit contract. Okay. Now, once China Bank is satisfied that yes, everything is as per the letter of credit, China Bank sent this proof, okay, to what? To your bank. So China Bank sends what? Information and documents to your bank. Clear? Now, your bank again verifies all the document. Okay, and if satisfied, your bank makes payment to China Bank. Your bank makes what? Payment to China Bank. Once China Bank has received the payment, China Bank pays it to XYZ Limited, right? Now, after you receive the payment, after this ABC Limited receive the delivery of the particular 1,000 phones, okay, then this ABC Limited pays to your bank a particular sum of money which is specified in the letter of credit. So this is actually the letter of credit. Very simple thing. There are two one. So there is import and export, right? So XYZ Limited and ABC Limited, these are two companies. One is a US based and one is China based. And importer want to import 1,000 phones from XYZ Limited. Now to ensure the payment, okay, to give confidence to XYZ, ABC Limited comes to your bank. Your bank is a bank in the importer's company, and ask them to issue a letter of credit, and they present all the necessary documents relating to the trade, right? Now your bank issues the letter of credit and send it to China Bank, and this letter of credit says that if everything is as per the letter of credit outlined in the letter of credit, okay, after executing the trade, your bank will be responsible for paying China Bank this particular sum of money which is stated in the letter of credit, and send it to China Bank. China Bank reviews the letter of credit and send it to XYZ Limited. Now, XYZ Limited ships the 1,000 smartphones to ABC Limited. After shipping, Present all the necessary document as a proof of shipping to China Bank. China Bank once reviews the document if satisfied that yes, everything is done as per the condition specified in the letter of credit, send it to your bank. Okay. After your bank reviews all the document, your bank is satisfied with the letter of credit, your bank is satisfied with the transaction, your bank send payment to China Bank. And after receiving China Bank payment, China Bank send it to XYZ Limited. Lastly, as a buyer, ABC Limited, when ABC Limited received the delivery of 1,000 smartphone, after receiving the delivery, ABC Limited pay to your bank. The complete thing is executed. This is known as what? This is known as the letter of credit. This is known as what? Letter of credit. Clear, everyone, what is letter of credit? Everyone, just please tell me. Everyone, it's a request that please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone who is watching this session. Now, in this letter of credit, there are different parties, like there is applicant, buyer, importer, or opener. So, importer, buyer, which is also known as opener of the letter of credit. There is a issuing bank. The bank which is in the importer's country, this is the issuing bank. There is a beneficiary, means exporter, who is to receive payment. There is advising bank, which is the notifying bank. The bank in the exporter's country is actually the notifying bank, right? There is a negotiating bank, the bank in the beneficiary or exporter country which negotiate the bill. Okay, sometimes that exporter, for example, need immediate payment, so this exporter goes to a bank that actually negotiates the bill, make the payment for the bill and accept the document. This is the negotiating bank, and this is present in the exporter's country. There is a confirming bank. The advising bank is only required to advise the credit to the beneficiary. Now, if the seller is not conversant, now sometimes the seller is not satisfied with the issuing bank or the financial position of the issuing bank, he actually adds some additional guarantee from any other bank located in his country, that for confirm the letter of credit. It is not in every case, it is in some case. Now, reimbursing bank, so it is a bank which is appointed by the issuing bank to make the reimbursement to the negotiating or paying or confirming bank. So this is not compulsory that there is uh, uh, in every situation. This is not compulsory that this is in every situation. This is not compulsory that this is in every situation. These four are compulsory in every situation. These are the add-on. This is the for adding the security. This is for reimbursing. Okay, sometimes there is a bank which is appointed by the issuing bank to reimburse the negotiating, paying, or the confirming bank. Okay, so that is the reimbursing bank. Okay. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages to the buyer and seller of the letter of credit? First of all, for the buyer, it is a good advantage that the letter of credit gives you, or the letter of credit gives you that you don't have to make any advance payment. Okay, it actually induces the seller to give the credit in the view of guarantee. It actually puts a condition for providing a certificate, right? Seller, the seller is assured of receiving the payment. First of all, the main thing is this letter of credit is acting as a guarantee, okay, that you will receive the payment. Okay. On shipment of good, seller can draw bill and get them negotiated with the bank if in their country, getting immediate payment. Okay, so these are the different advantages this which is provided to the buyer and seller. Clear? Now let's, if we talk about the types of letter of credit, so there are different types of the letter of credit. Now, what are the different types of the letter of credit? So, first of all, there is an acceptance credit. An acceptance credit is a type of letter of credit where the issuing bank, upon accepting a draft from the seller, guarantees a payment at a future date. So, acceptance credit is what? In this letter of credit, the payment is not done immediate. Payment is actually done on a future date. Payment is actually done on a future date. Once the letter of credit is issued by the issuing bank and upon accept the draft from the seller, it issuing bank actually guarantees a payment at a specific or a future date, that I will be paying to you, but after 30 days. That is the acceptance credit. Irrevocable credit. Irrevocable credit means when the letter of credit is neither be amended. There can be no changes that can be done in a letter of credit, neither it can be cancelled without the consent of beneficiaries. It is the irrevocable credit. Means you cannot revoke it, you cannot change it, you cannot amend this letter of credit. Now, a confirmed letter of credit, when you add on a confirming bank. So I have told you that confirming bank is not compulsory in each and every condition. And you add an extra layer of guarantee. Exporter in his country add an extra layer of guarantee as a confirming bank, that the bank which is actually confirming the letter of credit, that if anyone defaults, I will be responsible to for the payment to the exporter. Then it is the confirmed letter of credit. So there is acceptance which is actually to be paid on a future date. Everything is executed. Now the issue bank says that okay, I will be responsible for the payment after 30 days. Irrevocable, you cannot change or cancel the letter of credit. And third, a confirmed letter of credit, it means that you add on an extra layer of guarantee as a confirming. Clear? Now, letter of credit, there are different types of letter of credit. If we talk about with the recourse and without recourse letter of credit. Now, with the recourse and without recourse letter of credit is what? With the recourse, first of all, with recourse letter of credit, that if the beneficiary is the seller, present a draft or a bill of exchange and it is not honored by the issuing or the confirming bank. Now, if the seller present everything to the issuing bank or the confirming bank, okay, but now it is not presented or not paid by the issuing bank or confirming bank. Now, in this case, the party, that means the seller, which has accepted, means like there is a confirming bank. Confirming bank has all the right to seek reimbursement from the party which has originally presented that document. Means that confirming bank should present that to the sellers for the payment, right? For example, here always remember that with recourse is what? For example, there is a buyer. I'm just telling you examples. For example, there is a buyer global tech, there is a seller euro component, there is an issuing bank, and there is a confirming bank. Issuing bank and confirming bank, these located in the sellers, what sell means confirming bank, it is in the seller's location, and issuing bank, it is in the buyer's situation. Now, what is a with recourse credit? For example, Global Tech Limited, this actually buyer applies for a letter of credit from the Bank of Mellon in favor of the euro component. Simple. Now, Duchess Bank confirm the letter of credit and accept a draft from euro component. So, here there is a confirming bank also. So, Dutch Bank confirms the letter of credit, accept a draft from a euro component, means a seller. They accept the draft from the seller, guaranteeing payment at a future date. So if they says that if everything is executed, then I will be responsible for the payment, right? Now, if the Bank of New York fails to honor the draft, which when it's mature, now Deutsche Bank has done the payment. Deutsche Bank is the confirming bank, right? Seller has presented the documents or presented the letter of credit to Dutch bank, and Dutch bank makes payment to seller. Okay, now Dutch bank has to receive the payment from issuing bank. Now, if at the date of execution, when the Bank of New York issuing bank fails to honor the draft, okay, Dutch bank, means this confirming bank, and now goes to the seller, which is the beneficiary, and demand for the repayment. It means that the Dutch bank may require euro component to pay back the amount if the Bank of New York doesn't pay the amount. This is the recourse. Now here is buying and selling between these two. There is an issuing bank and confirming bank. That seller presented that proper bill of exchange to the confirming bank, and confirming bank make the immediate payment to the seller. Okay, and this Actually, bill of exchange is of future date, that still the issuing bank has to make payment after 30 days. Now the bill of exchange is with the confirming bank, and issuing bank has to make payment to the confirming bank after 30 days. Now after 30 days, when confirming bank present this letter of credit to issuing bank, demands for the payment, and if issuing bank defaults of payment, okay, then confirming bank goes back to the seller and demand for the repayment of the complete bill of a letter of credit. Okay, whatever the payment the confirming bank has made to the seller, they have to give back to the confirming bank. Why? Because it is with recourse. Now without recourse, everything is same. Now in without recourse, if issuing bank defaults on payment to the confirming bank has no right to demand for the repayment from the seller. Now here the confirming bank has to what? Has to bear all the loss of non-payment from the Bank of Minutes. So this is with recourse and without recourse. With recourse means the confirming bank has all the right to claim for security, to claim for reimbursement of the money from the seller. Whereas in without recourse, the confirming bank has not the right for demand of the payment. Here, the confirming bank has to bear all the things, has to bear all the risk regarding the repayment of. Clear? Now, there are different types of letter of credit also. Okay, we are discussing about the different types of letter of credit. If we talk about the different type of letter of credit, first of all, there is a transferable letter of credit. Okay, letter of credit. A transferable credit is one where the beneficiary can transfer the rights to the third parties. Okay, as already said, that letter of credit is not a negotiable instrument, okay, but a bill of exchange can drawn under it can be negotiated. So as such, the rights or under a letter of credit cannot be transferred, and it is vested only in the hand of beneficiary. Okay, once bills is negotiated, the entire transactions came to end. Okay. Okay, so always remember that in a transferable credit, the one who is entitled to receive the payment can pass on the right to receive the payment to any other parties. Back to back credit, in back to back credit, the beneficiary in whose favor, the seller in whose favor the letter of credit is issued, use the same to open another letter of credit from his bank. Okay, so if there is a letter of credit which is issued by the buyer's bank to the seller's bank, now this in this case the seller can use the same letter of credit in his favor for asking for another supply. For example, there is a seller. Now seller want to have that particular amount from that particular shipment from somewhere else. Now seller can use the same letter of credit for its buyer, and they just export it from here and send it to here. That is the back to back credit. Anticipatory letter of credit, in which the beneficiary means the seller is entitled to have a what, some advance before the shipment. Now, there is a green clause in which you will receive the advance, plus you will receive some extra cost to cover the storage and the shipment port, right? Revolving letter of credit means when there is a regular trade between the same parties, you don't have to issue every time the new letter of credit. The same letter of credit can be revolved in the transactions also. You just have to renew the terms and condition in the same letter of credit. Clear? So these are the different type of letter of credit. Now these are the documents which are needed in the letter of credit. So there is a bill of exchange which is needed, invoice, transport document, bill of lading, airways, post parcel insurance, and other documents. So these are the different type of documents which are needed in the letter of credit. Clear? So this is the complete chapter. Okay, let's talk about some of the practice question. The first question is, the letter of credit is opened on the request of issuing bank, applicant, beneficiary, or confirming bank. So letter of credit is opened on the request of what? Everyone. Yes, the letter of credit is open on the request of applicant, which is also the buyer, or you can say the importer, buyer importer. Okay. Next, the letter of credit issuing bank is also called as dash. The letter of credit issuing bank is also called as the importer bank or opening bank, advising bank or confirming bank, negotiated or the nominated bank, or reimbursement bank. Everyone, everyone, please answer this question. The letter of credit issuing bank is also called as the importer bank. So, advising bank, confirming bank, or negotiating bank, these are in actually the exporter's country. Okay, done. So, this is it. I hope that you have all understood this session. So, if you want to understood more details about this session, you can just enroll yourself in the JIP Super Elite all-in-one plan, in which you will get the access of live classes, mock tests, notes, and everything, right? So these are all the upcoming batches. These are currently all the upcoming batches in the Super Elite all-in-one subscription, right? So you can use the code. Currently, there is a very good discount that is going on the JIB Super Elite subscription. So you can use this code if you want to get the access of all these batches. You can just enroll in the JIB Super Elite all-in-one plan. Currently, if you are using the code HNY, you will get a flat 52% off on the JIB Super Elite all-in-one subscription. So kindly enroll yourself in this subscription. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this session. I hope that you have all understood this session completely. If you have understood this session completely, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, it's a request, guys, that please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification icon. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Take care.